Welcome to the Kinkazoid Podcast, where you get some education on your form of stimulation. With your hosts, Royal, Chase, and Trey Proper. Buckle your seatbelts because it's going to be a wild ride. Let's get kinky. You're looking at the video from last week,
Well, Royal's missing.
Wait, are we live?
Are we live? We are very much so.
What's going on? You know, this is a random podcast any which way. We're having a random podcast today, so it really doesn't matter. First and foremost, welcome to the Kinkazoid Podcast, where we give you some form of education on your type of penetration, or whatever our tagline is. As usual, we're a little disorganized today, and it's fine. It's perfectly fine. We're just having a good time. It's our holiday break. What? Okay. This is our holiday episode. So, this is before our break until after New Year's. So you're not going to get us for a couple of weeks, which is sad. I know. What are you going to do with all that nastiness in your mind? Save it or join our Discord. We'll be making sure that we'll be putting some very cheeky things in there. So we'll put the link in the chat so that way you can follow us on Discord. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm excited.
I figured if Trey was combing his beard, I could throw some lip gloss on real quick. I bet.
I mean, you can still put on your lip gloss. I'm not going to stop you. I can't
No,
stop
I
you.
did it already. I just do real quick. You ain't even.
Yeah,
My hosts look good all the time, every week. It does not matter. They always look bomb.com, especially when Trey get a new haircut and be coming on here like rubbing his hands. You know what I'm saying? And he wear like a muscle shirt just to make sure he's showing it off. You feel what I'm saying? Trey, I'm trying to buff you up. Shut up. Anyway,
I'm trying to remember the muscle shirt. Like, when did the muscle shirt happen?
Listen, mind your business. Yeah, my boy Swole. Get at him. Anyways, of course, Cheeks with the cheeks. She coming through. Miss Royal herself. Okay, look at the coverage. Yes, honey.
Yes.
We love to see it. Sorry, guys, for the delay. And there was no technical. We were just looking pretty. That's just what it is. We wanted to come to y'all correct for the last episode of 2020, 2021. Jesus.
Why now? You put us back a whole year.
I mean, has anything changed? We still kind of.
I mean, no,
it's not really.
No.
Yeah. Well, welcome. Greetings and salutations. It's your boy Trey Proper. Follow me everywhere. Everything just joined it this week. But we're here to have fun.
Hey.
This is going to be our show about nothing. Honestly, I wanted to call it the refractory period, but I kind of got vetoed out of that. I thought it was kind of key. It was kinky. It was slick. I thought that would work, but we just went with happy holidays. So, first things first, ladies.
Yo, I'm afraid.
Man, hand rub. How kinky have you been this week?
Who? Y'all want to go first? Go ahead.
No, I didn't say I wanted to go first. See, because I had my mother-in-law was visiting this week, so I had limitations on what on my kinkiness this week. Not saying I didn't get kinky, but there were limitations.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did you say it's not like you didn't get kinky? You just limitations.
It was just limited on the amount of kinky stuff I could do. Like I'm gonna get it in with my husband when I can. You know what I'm saying? But
you know what I'm saying? Guarantee is the best way. You know.
So I'm gonna kind of put y'all out there a little bit. So which room is she staying in?
The guest room.
Oh man! So for you who do not know, their room is here. The guest room is here.
Not technically. Like the guest room is like here, but it's over here. If that makes sense. So,
sound travels. So I guess you guys broke out the ball gag, huh?
I mean, no, but that probably would have been a good idea. I was being quiet. I was being good.
I feel like I could hear somebody choking more than I can hear somebody moaning.
Well, the ball gag doesn't really choke you.
Choking, but like kind of like that air because your mouth is open trying to get that air in and stuff. So that's what I was saying. I feel like that is a sound of danger, if that makes sense. You know how like everyone knows the certain sounds of like there could be cause of trouble. Like you hear a little kid cough, everybody goes, they just say freeze for a little second. Like
so the ball gag that I have actually has like holes in it, like little perforations or whatever. So that way it's for me to get air. And so I'm not choking around the ball itself or gasping for air. I actually can still breathe.
Okay, then. Okay.
Okay. Chase. So you want to go last?
Y'all might see a baby in August. I'm sorry, Liz caught me off with that comment.
Oh,
girl,
I better might not be having a baby in August.
I might not be girl. If I'm
congratulations.
Don't be announcing stuff on anyways. Trey, go ahead.
Okay, I'll go last. Nothing. Dry spell over here. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a lot.
So sad every time you say that.
Because I hate it. I can't stand it. I wish if I had it my way. Can't nobody hear you. Shut up.
Exactly. Our producer
is talking trash. I don't know if they can hear him or not, but either way, I don't like being on a dry spell. It is what it is, but I'm 36. I'm used to it. So yeah, nothing kinky. Just me and Angela and Pomelina. That's it.
We love to see it.
They need some new names like Pamela.
I know. Need new names.
It's a gorgeous name.
Pomelina? Oh no, that's just
yeah. Well, yeah, I finally got some excitement in my life the other night. So
I feel like you deserve like a round of applause. Like
thank you.
If we have a round of applause,
it was like
or something.
It was a little touch and go. It was a little touch and go. Because I had to tell people, listen, if you ain't answer this phone call, someone's feelings was gonna get hurt. And it wasn't gonna be mine. So you gotta let them know. Because honey, I tell people all the time, I'm a person. Cats getting heat, and animals getting heat, and I be getting in heat, and it be getting crazy. It be getting very in heat. Like I think it's just one of those periods of time. Like I feel like obviously we're kinkazoids. You know what I'm saying? We have this podcast. We be talking about freaky stuff all day and every day. But we can kind of like differentiate. Like, oh, I'm thinking and looking up kinky stuff, and I'm not feeling nothing. Versus like I'm in it and I need it. Like you just start craving. Your body starts having like memory muscle like traction and stuff, and it's just trying to be like, you got to get something got to happen. Your body's heating up for no reason. And like I was on my work meeting all day on Friday, just like, damn dick just sound good. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. I need some. My brain wasn't paying attention to nothing in the world. And that's when you know it's bad, when you can't pay attention to anything else but having some. And so I finally got my butt in touch. So, you know, we're all good. We're all good in the hood.
Congratulations.
That you are not the one touching it, and that is the important part.
I felt so happy that there was another fingerprint on that. I swear it was gonna call me for abuse. Okay. So yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you got Hamela and Pamela.
Pamela,
Yeah, but they don't abuse me. Well, technically, yeah, for the last week.
I mean, I don't know.
Been,
I'm about to say the last couple of times we had a conversation about it, you didn't say you've been angry while you was doing it.
Well, it is a very angry making situation. It is what it is. When you have a desire to do something and you ain't getting it, I mean, what else you gonna do?
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, it really comes down to, for me, it comes down to the holidays. Like, things start to slow down, things become more chill. I want to be intimate. I want to have somebody there in that space. And holiday time is the best time to start screwing around, in my opinion. So I got the heat on it here. Sorry, I'm sweating and I'm drinking. But yeah. Well, let me ask you guys this, since this is the random show. How do you guys feel about holiday fucking? Like, are there any particular holidays in particular that you gotta get it in on? Like, you feel some type of way if you don't have sex on that holiday?
I think Valentine's Day
I would say Valentine's Day is a given.
It's a given day.
That's anything besides Valentine's. That's the easy one.
I would say Christmas, I guess. Like, we should be waking up in the morning with some Christmas sex.
Okay.
Does
it depend how old your kids are?
Not necessarily, because the kids are going to be asleep up until a certain point anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, so in order to get this done, especially if you have kids like me who wake up at 0 dark 30 on Christmas Day, you gotta get up early. It's either you getting up early or you're not going to sleep. But at some point between 3 and 6 a.m., I need to be getting it in.
So you wrapping presents and you wrapping and stroking. That's what you basically saying.
I mean, like, my wrapping should be over with, and the stroke game should either be putting me to sleep or waking me up.
Fair enough.
We love to see it.
That's that living.
So y'all like fresh morning sex, or is it like both of y'all at some interval time go to the bathroom and wash your mouth out?
I'm not necessarily stressing over it, I guess, because I've been married for almost 6 years now. So it's just
marriage don't take away halitosis, So
no, but I'm just like, if you're married and you can't get past somebody's morning breath, I feel like it might be an issue. I don't know.
Yeah, you should have worked that out in the dating phase. Like, I need to go see a dentist. Go see a dentist. Fresh morning sex. Yes. Morning is the best time to do it.
I'm like, roll over and slide in. That's like, I mean, I get that you require some,
and that's why you won the game. Chase, what about you? You got any holidays that you got to get it in on besides the aforementioned Valentine's Day?
My birthday.
There you go. I was waiting for somebody to say it.
I need that.
But you ain't say birthday. I wasn't really considering birthday.
That's a holiday. That's national. That's
a
holiday.
That's fair.
It's a holiday month, actually. If I'm getting that every day of the month,
I need day. I mean, I particularly would like it on the day of my birthday. The gift that keeps on giving and giving and giving and giving and giving until I go
over and over and over again.
And then when I wake up, I keep giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. You know what I'm saying? But the weekend before or whatever, I just always been, I need some for my birthday. I don't know why, and I don't think it was because Jay Holiday hooked me onto birthday sex. But it was something about hearing that box line up, when I was a teenager. That was like every year after this.
Why? I was wondering why the glasses came on. I was saying, what happened?
Look, I'm getting old. All right, leave me alone.
Okay, all right. As long as that's why.
Like, you was actually looking. Oh, poor thingy. It's all right. But yeah, so my birthday, most definitely. Anything else? There's nothing really. I mean, no, if you have sex on Thanksgiving, I mean, congratulations. I don't know how you're doing that, but like, ow. Like I don't even sit or lay down comfortably on Thanksgiving. Like, you know what I'm saying? You done
you're
ate
talking
all
about
this
like
food.
after the dinner.
Oh, after
Yeah,
the food.
that's what I'm saying. Like I can't, like, you know, but even
No.
through the rest of the night, I'm eating dessert still. I'm
What?
like, you know, like it's to me, I just wouldn't do anything on Thanksgiving. And plus, I'm buku tired
I was
because
gonna
you've
say
been
that's like
cooking.
food coma. Like
Yeah, but
food
you've been
coma. Like I
cooking,
don't like
depending on who's cooking for Thanksgiving, you've been cooking since Wednesday at like 7 o'clock.
right.
Yes.
So, so you're like, you're probably not gonna get butt on Thanksgiving. I'm just saying
Probably
it's
not.
it's a rarity if you do that, and if you do, you
Mhm.
got some crazy energy, and you weren't the one cooking. You went over somebody's house.
No, that's
I was going to disagree with you until you said that. Like, that's the reason why, because I don't do all the cooking on Thanksgiving. So, yeah, yeah. But food coma does get in the way, especially. It depends on It depends on how much I had. If I had 2 turkey legs, I had a great Thanksgiving. You ain't getting no dick. I'm going to sleep. I'm not gonna lie. If I get 1 turkey leg, you getting some dick. It is what it is. Works out that way.
Oh my goodness.
um,
Taking a quick look at the comments. Damon Collins said angry is so good sometimes. Brittany Payne, sorry I'm late. What I missed? Nothing much, girl. We just here, you know. Genocide Circle goes, damn it, Pamela, see what you make me do. And then Pamela's Halloween. Damon said, Halloween is a holiday you want to get sex on. I didn't get dressed up like this for nothing. Okay, that makes sense.
facts. That's facts. Because I got it in on Halloween too. Like,
yeah, you got a certain little outfit on. You know what? That makes sense. Halloween does make sense. I do appreciate it. Listen, see, Graham said Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake did a whole song about it. Yes, they did.
yes, they did.
They did.
Okay,
David Collins,
yeah,
Fresh
that
Morning
song
Sex.
never
Yes.
really-
Brittany Payne, Chase, the hair, the makeup. Yes, Queen. Royal looking beautiful as always. Trey need a haircut. And then Genocide Circus Hump Day, best holiday ever. Okay.
All right. So,
Every Wednesday for you.
Every
Just
Wednesday. is a
every
holiday.
Wednesday. Okay.
Wednesdays work out for me because I'm off on Thursdays. So yeah. But anyway, my favorite holiday, the holiday that I absolutely like, it's I've been on a dry spell for some years at this point. I'm not going no shame about it, but I prefer to get it in with somebody I care about on New Year's. That it's just in my opinion, when you want to bring the new. Yeah, it's a symbolism. I'm starting my year off right, and if I don't, it's gonna be another year like it was 2021. Like ain't shit really going to happen. Ain't really shit going to pop off. So yeah, New Year's Eve if I'm fucking into New Year's Day, I'm a happy camper for the rest of the year. So yeah, that's usually how I
Oh
want it to happen.
boy. That's so noise canceling earbuds.
I'm single, so ain't no fucking on New Year's for me.
New
I'm just
Year's,
saying, because
I
I'm
would
just
say
saying,
New
you have
Year's
to
too.
find somebody between now and because New Year's is at my house, so I'm just okay.
New Year's at your house, but you ain't got to worry about me. Wait,
Okay.
is your mother-in-law gonna be there for New Year's?
No, she don't.
Because we get see. So I'm telling y'all this shit now. New Year's, I've been drinking all day, so excuse me. I'm not getting like I was last year because some people did some stupid shit. Herb, but yeah, I'm gonna be chill this year. I'm gonna be chill. I'm gonna have me 3 drinks. That's it, and I'm going home. I'm gonna go to sleep. That's when I'm gonna start my New Year's off with some. No, I'm not because they got fireworks over here. So yeah. Anyway, but I'm going to sleep. Like fuck all that.
Okay.
But for New Year's, for me, I just want a simple kiss. I just wanted to start off with like just
That would be great.
simplicity. That like
I would
just
accept that.
yeah. I just want a new. I have not had a New Year's kiss when, so it would be nice to like start off the year kind of like a little.
You've never had
No,
food?
no,
Never.
no.
Oh no.
Every
There-
time I always did, it was something was always more important than me, basically. So it was just so yeah, my New Year's have never started off good, and I'm just like, this literally only happens once a year, and like can I do it before the bucket is kicked? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those things you want to do, but obviously, yeah, at some point it's gonna happen, but I don't think it ain't happening no time
It'll
soon.
happen. It'll
Yeah.
happen.
Genocide Circus, but seriously, why do we need a holiday as an excuse? I do know someone who brings up Chinese holidays as an excuse to get it in. Now, if you're doing that, you need to go to a counselor or something because that doesn't make any sense. Like for you to have an excuse just to get it in. Like what's going on in your relationship that your intimacy is at an all-time low that you need to have a holiday to do something special.
Right.
Like remember the movie Brothers? But D.L. Hughley and D.L. Hughley, it wasn't Regina King. Who was
She
that?
was in it, couldn't did she beat the
No,
dude in the shower?
Who was the black lady who was
I know
his
who you're talking
wife?
about.
You
The
know who
one
I'm
who
talking
said she
about.
wouldn't give
Yeah.
head. She wouldn't give him head. You talking about
She
that
was
one?
she was Day-Day's baby mama in
Yeah.
Friday. Yes,
Yeah.
okay. So he just wanted some head. That's all he wanted was some head. And she goes, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting that nasty thing in my mouth. And it created a whole problem during the whole movie between them. Like she's like, if you want it, you go get somebody else to do it and whatever. He goes, your mama did it. She goes, you don't want to talk about my mama like that. You know what I'm saying? And then at the
My
end,
mama wasn't saying your mama was sucking dick.
the dick. Yes. So at the end of the movie, she did do it, but it was just like it was his birthday. He was just like, "Come on," and she's like, "Oh, why I got it?" It's just like that shouldn't be your. If I have to beg you to do it, or if I have to beg you to do something for me, I can't be with you because it to me. I mean, you may love me, say I'm a pretty, you may say like you're attracted to me, but I feel like you're not connected to me like I would want you to be, and I can't have that. I can't have that.
So is that a deal breaker for you guys? Like just to use that as an example, is not giving head a deal breaker?
Yes.
Yes.
Automatically, yes.
Yes. Emphatically.
The fuck? Especially after the other night. That is a definite must. You need to eat cake.
Well,
meow meow.
Like it's
you know what I'm saying?
Like I don't understand how moms are still getting ass when they don't eat pussy. I don't get that. I don't get it.
And the link this is on the menu.
There's a lot of because honestly, a lot of dudes, and I'm not going to say not all men, but some men are very selfish, and women are too. You know what I'm saying? Like they will reciprocate. They'll want the reciprocation, but they don't want to give it out. You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes it's culture.
True. Sometimes it is culture.
I don't want to say it's just. I don't want to say it's just Jamaica, but a lot of Caribbean men do not eat the pum pum. They do not. Okay, there's been performances by Spice and other like female artists on stage who have made songs about eating poop, and men have booed. Okay, almost pushing them off stage because of it. So, it does show and proof that a lot of men in the Caribbean, not all of them, obviously, because Lord, some of them. But not obviously, but some of them don't do that. So like sometimes it's culture, and then there's ones who do break out of that culture. Good job, Trey. We appreciate you. But yes, there are some who stick by that culture without problem. You know,
right. I just don't understand. Like we in 2021. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a part of sex. It really shouldn't be no objections at this point. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I hate when females go, I don't really like sucking. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Get out.
What are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? Why don't you like doing it? What is the actual core reason why you don't like doing it? And don't be, I just don't like to like, girl, you've been training for this.
Now, granted, I still don't climax from getting head. I got to get some pussy after, but I still enjoy the reciprocity of it all. And story time. I had a young lady I was dating for a little bit. We were just talking, getting into that point. We had already had sex and everything, but the first 2 times we had sex, that didn't come up. Of course, second time I gave it up. I was like, okay, so let me go ahead and I'm gonna dive in. Went through it. Third, fourth time, I'm just like, all right, so what's up? And she was like, I don't do that.
Oh.
Needless to say, I'm still single. Like, no, we don't like. So,
I mean, thank you for telling me up front, kind of like, you know what I'm saying. I'm glad that I know this now, because I think this is something that should be done conversation wise. If we meet online, if we get on the phone, we start chatting and talking, I need to know your checklist of what is, what ain't. Obviously you're gonna get to that point. We're gonna have the booty call conversation, but I need to know beforehand, before we get up. And this is why y'all sitting here talking about don't talk about sex too soon. It's gonna seem like you give it. We is grown as hell, fam. We're gonna do it at some point in time. I would rather it be over the phone, and then I could just not call you or text you or talk to you no more, than have you come over or we meet up in the telly or whatever, and I'm expecting your basic fundamental routine to start,
right?
And then when you're not doing it, I'm like, what do you do? What are you not? I'm not understanding. What is? And now me and you are sitting there naked fighting. Nobody needs to see that. Once again, y'all, don't be naked fighting. Please stop. Don't be naked fighting.
I will say this: I'll own my ownness in that situation, because I did not have. That's something I had to learn. that I had to have that communication, and I had to add that into my list of standards. And that's something I didn't communicate up front. So we had already gone through this. I had already eaten the box. And, this wasn't a one night stand situation. It was, a couple of times in, and then it's revealed, oh, I don't give head. Instant turn off. Like now I was angry at the time, but I had to own the fact that I chose to do that, and I did it, but I was expecting something without expressing my expectations, setting my expectations.
Yes.
So that's something I had to learn over time. Like, in the dating phase and the conversational phase, head's gonna come up. That's why I still hold to my standard of 2 dates. Bitch, you got 2 dates. We got to figure this out. What's going on?
Yes.
Where we going?
Looking
2-date minimum. That's you.
Yeah. Looking at
Or
the
maximum.
Listen, we're gonna get into Trey's 2-date minimum because
I know, right?
we've talked about it, but we haven't really investigated this before. So we gonna have it.
So just so they know, we ain't got no outline this week.
We don't.
No, we don't. We just
But look how good it is. Look how good it is. I love it. Okay, maybe we should do this again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so looking at the comments, Genocide said, I mean, she's shiny, so I guess it's not an excuse. It still shouldn't be a thing that they have to have an excuse for a holiday to get the bow chicka wow going. Okay, Jamaica, definitely a bucket list item. Yes, me and you, high five. Lillian said, I don't know people who use New Year's as a reason to do stuff with their partner. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've gotten head on one night other without using my thumb.
Wait, what?
One night stand.
One night stand.
Oh, one night stand. Okay, I think.
Oh, she's counting without using it. So
using my thumb. Okay, all right. All right. Genocide. So
different niggas.
Oh, I know a few people whose birthdays are around Nancy Reagan's. I'm about to make a.
Oh, God damn it!
Oh no! Oh no, Trey! Oh gosh! Oh. Ew! Not you choking on alcohol in your nose.
It's in my eyes. It's
okay. All right. You're okay though? You all right? Okay. All right.
I got whiskey eyes. It is what it is.
Okay. Whiskey eyes. Okay. Genocide. Like I said, I know someone who will tell you up front she doesn't give head. She makes up for it though. In what way? Anyway,
she can go.
I guess. Lillian said this show is lit. Less than full. Yes. Oh well, this is the first non-physical injury we have had on the Kikazoid platform.
Oh, it's very physical.
Well, I mean, it's not like somebody came up behind you and tipped a drink up in your face.
How did it happen?
He laughed, and I think when he laughed, he was already in his nose. Yeah,
and it would just. I hate it when that happens. It has
when you laugh. Sometimes it either goes out through your mouth, but if you laugh with your nose, which a lot of people do, it goes up and through, and that's why some people,
that has never happened to me.
Side note, guys, I choked on a noodle a couple weeks ago with it in my nose. You
gotta talk about that man like that.
Funnily enough.
That is whoa. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. Okay. No, so I was eating what kind of noodles was it? Oh, I was eating pasta. I was eating like seafood Diablo or whatever. Like it's like pasta with like the nice seafood, like lobster, scallop, shrimp, and then whatever, and a red sauce. Is so fucking bomb. So I went and I'm like, when I eat, if I'm not like sitting down or whatever, you know how you do the 90-degree stand where you're eating, like you just kind of like putting food to face, because I was going in between work. I just ran once I got off a Zoom call and was just eating my food. I've done this many a times. I've never had an issue eating like this. Well, I'm eating it, and then next thing I know, and then I went to go clear my throat, and next thing I know, I feel something in my nasal cavity, but I don't realize what is going on. I'm thinking it's like I have to sneeze or something. So I went to go swallow, and of course, I'm sitting at a 90-degree angle, and I went to go swallow, and I can feel something in the back of my throat, but it's not moving anywhere. So then of course I go to swallow, and I'm not like choking. So once again, I go to swallow again. I'm like, what? And I can't, and I go, and I feel it shake in the back of my throat. So I'm like, how is it in the back of my throat? So now I'm starting to cough like I'm choking, because it's doing something funny behind my face and I can't figure it out. So I went like to breathe and I felt the noodle in my nose, bro. I was like, what the hell is going on?
What you do to clear that out is you gotta
yeah. Well, I went and I sniffed again, and I could feel it recoiling back down, and I was trying to get it to get back in my mouth so I could just spit it out or something. It was a whole scene. My mother was like, "Drink some water, put your hands up," because it was getting really crazy. Like I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't get the noodle. So, and then there was like a piece of pepper or something like that also, but with it, and it was making my nose hurt and burn. It was just a lot going on at the same time.
Nobody recorded this. Nobody.
Yeah, thankfully, by the grace of God, I have great throat muscles, and I was able to get it down, clear my nose out, and like figure it out.
People with that, yes.
Well, no, it's like when I was little, I was eating a piece of steak, and you know how steak is connected by fat, whatever. I was like 5 or something. I was eating a steak, and then a piece of the steak got down. It was connected by fat. One half was in my throat, other half was in my mouth, and I figured out how to, take care of that. So yeah, it's just you gotta make sure you don't die. You gotta make sure you don't die. That's the main goal. Make sure you don't die by any means. Just make sure you don't die. Graham said, and we thought it was just blurs and whiskey thing.
God damn it.
No, you misunderstood. She uses it as an excuse to get more. Okay. He choked. I win the show.
No, you don't.
Confucius by not Confucius. Yeah. Okay. Just a second. This noodle story is really wild if you don't know it's about oh, that's gross. That's gross. I wonder if anybody's ever kids out their nose before. That's ugh.
Jamaica said check the Twitch. Anybody got it up on their screen?
Yeah, I do.
I have the Twitch. Yeah, it's thing. Give me a second. Give me a second.
You gotta block them.
Give me a second.
We earning our followers fair and square. Piss off, you rat bastard. Oh, excuse me. And now it's everywhere now. Okay. All right. What were we talking about? Random show. Fucking, it's literally blank, people. It's literally blank. I've got nothing to go
there's
off
no outline, y'all. We just going.
Yeah. So we've done 35 episodes now. I've had a ball with you guys talking, arguing, fighting, beefing, smoke thrown both ways. I've loved this. I've definitely enjoyed my time with you guys. So has there been any topics that you ladies would like to revisit, or anybody in the comments would like to revisit with us? It's called I'm really just gonna wear my fucking glasses. I don't care.
It's called a jelly donut.
It's called a jelly donut.
Oh, that's
I can instantly see better. Yeah.
Well, I meant we were supposed to go over this 2-date thing that you got going on here.
I really need to understand this.
I guess the breakdown to me would be this. So because I think if we do it in generic, it's just a little confusing. So if we gave it a scenario, right? Mm-hmm. So let's just say you meet this person, whether it be online, whether it be in person, whatever the case may be. You talk, you chat, you exchange phone numbers, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What is I guess for you, the safe and or appropriate time for you to if you haven't met in person yet, let's just say this was online, right? Mm-hmm. If you haven't met in person yet, what is the time length that you would feel comfortable meeting this person in person? Like the first time?
Well, I hate to be that guy, but I'm a dude. I don't really have the same concerns that a woman has when it comes to dating. So I don't really, I could meet you and I hate this word, but vibe with you over the phone or text or whatever app it is. I fucking hate that word. I know. And
it's not a bad thing. It's vibing is basically that. It's just filling out the groove between two people and how they talk.
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but I could, and I'm giving it what it is. I could vibe with the lady for a period of hours, and then at the end of the day, and be like, "Hey, I really like talking to you. I think we should continue this conversation over the phone," and then transition it there, and then a couple more hours of talking over the phone, and just like, "All right, well, I'm free on this date. Let's go." It could happen in a matter of days. It could happen in a matter of hours. As far as that initial meetup. Now, I'm not a one night stand type guy. I can't function like that. I can't meet somebody and smash them and just going about the way. I have to develop that connection. So what do they call it? Sapiosexual? Like you gotta get in here a little bit and earn it. Give me a reason why I should even be considering talking to you. Why
Mm-hmm.
am I wasting my
Mhm.
time with you? Siri, nobody's talking to you. Shut up. So yeah, it can happen like that. So hypothetically, for me specifically, let's say I match and I never do online dating, but I match with somebody on Monday. We talk all the way through Tuesday. By Wednesday, I get the number. Thursday, I shoot the shot officially. Like, I would like to take you out on a date. I would like to meet you in person and have these conversations in person. Sure, if she agrees to it, we go on that date. I'll set the date for Friday night, whatever. That's the next day. We talk, we vibe. Now, I'm speeding past a lot because during that talk and vibes conversation, I'm an open book. I'm the type of dude that's going to have the type of conversation that's going to span a plethora of different genres, including sex. So I'm poking and prodding, engaging with the lady to find out what she likes, what she doesn't like, if she's into this, if she's open to having sex, if she's not open to having sex, and that will dictate
Mm-hmm.
whether or not even get to the point on Thursday when I shoot the shot as far as asking her out on a date.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to even approach the conversation about going out if I don't get the feeling that you have a you have a sexual desire for me. I've
Right.
said it before in the show. I'm 36. I don't want to be fucking alone for the rest of my life. I want a wife. And that's part of the things that I'll say along those lines. Also, I'm not going to buy a used car and not test it out. I'm not going to go through this whole dating thing and
You
be like,
are.
I'm going to marry. I'm not whittling women down to
I
just
know, I know, I know,
fucking
I know. I just
weapons.
didn't
I
like the
mean,
analogy. It's all good.
yeah, yeah. It's just an analogy.
Mhm.
But I want to test drive. I want to see what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and also we
Mm-hmm.
need to figure out if we're sexually compatible. If we're not,
Yes.
we're wasting
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
our fucking time. I'm
Mm-hmm.
36. I know I've said in the past that by the time I'm 40, and you see me with a 25-year-old, fuck y'all. I don't care. I don't care at that point. But at this
Mm-hmm.
point in time, I'm dating women in my age range, 30
Mm-hmm.
to 36. That's who I'm dating. So we
Mm.
all grown. More than likely, you got some kids. You've been fucking before. You're not a virgin. Let's skip all
Mm-hmm.
this bullshit. Let's skip all this preamble. Date.
Mm-hmm.
We go out on the first date. We talk. We kick it. All right. I had a great time tonight. I feel like this can go somewhere. I'm going to have
Mm-hmm.
that conversation. I'm not saying date two is the next day.
Yeah.
Date two will probably be within a week to 2 weeks. But during that time frame, we're talking. We're either vibing or we're not.
Yeah.
You're
Mhm.
gonna know what my intentions are. You know what my
Yeah.
expectations are. Do you want to fuck me? You
Mhm.
knew whether or not you want women. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Y'all know who y'all want to fuck within the
Mm-hmm.
first 5 minutes of meeting a guy. Do
Mm-hmm.
you want it? Do you want me or do you not? I'm not wasting my time
Mhm.
with y'all.
So, like,
I
so do
mean,
you do
yeah,
2
go
dates
ahead.
and then no, you're good. So, do you do 2 dates and then after the second date, you're like, "Okay, well, we should be fucking at this point," or are you trying to fuck on the second date?
Honestly, I'm trying to fuck on the first date. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to expedite this situation. I'm
What?
not
Mm-hmm.
saying you
But
have
you just
to.
meeting the girl, though.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm being honest. For real, for real. I'm a dude. We want to fuck. If I ask you for your number, if a dude asks you for your number, he wants to
Mhm.
fuck you. It's that
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
realistically, if I could have it my way, I'm fucking the first night, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping for more. But
Mhm.
if everything goes how it has been going, date two, I would like to fuck you on date two, but it may not come up. It may come up on potentially day three, but day two, you definitely gonna know Trey wants to fuck me.
Mhm.
Trey wants to get it in.
I don't
So
think you're saying anything that's unusual. Well, first of all, I would just say I was laughing in the beginning because you gave the days a
mhm.
week, and I was like, okay, Craig David, met this girl on Monday, took her to the crib
Oh
on
my god.
Tuesday, and we be making love on Wednesday. That's
Where
that's that's he's following the map of Craig David. Okay, that is
yeah.
literally what he said. Okay,
Mhm.
uh, but I don't think you're saying anything out of control like
Mhm.
whatsoever. I mean, I've done it plenty of times, where it's just like, if you guys don't know, I have a YouTube channel about online dating. I haven't done it in a long time because I have not online dated since like January, so there's that. But because it was getting a little mentally exhausting, which it can be.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So it's one of those things of like, I've talked to a dude, swiped, we started chatting, talking, seeing if, depending on how fast the replies are and how quick-witted we are in conversation, then it's like, oh well, here's my number, let's talk. All right, now we're on the phone chatting. If you tell me you're not really a phone person, I automatically know we're either going to just hit the nitty gritty and then we're not going to probably talk to each other again, or I know that my conversations with you are going to be dull because I'm a phone person. I'm sorry, I can't talk to you through text and feel something for you. Can't do it. Like it has to, something already has to be established for me to feel something for you through text. So we're talking, we're chatting, whatever, and then if we meet up, all right, cool. Like we vibing, we have that like strong sexual tension between each other. Then I know our sexual chemistry is up there, you know. And I'm the type of person where Trey is correct. For me, I can tell if you're a person that I want to sleep with or not. Like I automatically can tell that. Like it depends on how you look, how you carry yourself, like, you know, especially through your profile. I can quickly see if I really want to sleep with you or not. Like, and then if I'm talking to you, I could definitely tell if I want to sleep with you or not. Sorry, my phone is on vibrate. But
good.
yeah, I just that's how I am. And like there's one time where I've swiped a dude, talked to him. Oh, what are you doing later on today? Nothing. All right, let's go meet at a parking garage. Okay, cool. Went to the parking garage, met up in the like at a park, you know, at the mall, like, you know, you get to the top of the garage, whatever, like that. So we just sitting there chatting in the car, whatever may have you. I want to spend the night with you tonight. All right, cool. Like I'm with it. You seem pretty effable. Let's do it. I went to a slumber party. I came up to a hotel, did what I did, and I was just like, yeah. And then I left. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those things. Like if you feel it, then you feel it. If you don't, you don't. Unfortunately, those times that you do feel it, and then you wait and you wait and you wait, and you get to that part, and then you come to the sexual portion of it, and like you're feeling this person all the way through. You get to the sexual portion, and if you're not a person who doesn't care about sex like that, then I guess that's good for you. But sexual chemistry, intimacy, and everything is very deep and important to me. So if I finally get to this place with you, and it's not what I want it to be, I won't be a D. Like I'll try to work it through maybe another time, but if it's not there, I can't force it. I can't force it. Go ahead, read a comment.
So Lillian Desu. So literally not true for all of us. So, and also Genocide Circus. I will get back to you, but I want to focus in on this one because we've had conversations off air about stuff like this. Y'all are speaking specifically from an allosexual experience, and only from an allosexual experience, and those are different types of I guess you could call them sexual orientations, where people are they associate sex and romanticism differently, if I'm properly understanding it. Wink, wink. But I don't know what her designation would be. I can't remember from the conversation. But there are people who do not view people sexually in the first 5 minutes. I will admit that. I will retract my statement as far as women know who they want to fuck within the first 5 minutes. Majority of women know who they want to fuck in the first 5 minutes. Majority of men just want to fuck. So I'm speaking generally, you know, when it comes down to it, and that's something that will come up in a conversation with somebody that I would attempt to date if they were allosexual, or I think phallosexual. I gotta go back. I'm sorry, I've been drinking all day.
The fact that you know some form of terms, congratulations. If you're trying to use them. So that's good.
Example, there are a lot of people who are not aware of that, who have not done the research. So I'm not discrediting that, but I am saying that generally speaking, I'm going to be talking to a regular person, not saying that they're irregular, but I'm talking to
another allosexual person.
Yeah, I'm talking to another allosexual person. So unless that designation is brought up in the conversation before date 2, these are my intentions. These are my expectations. And I stick to what I said. I'm 36. I want to fuck you. Like this, we ain't got time for to be playing this high school coy shit of I don't want to take this shit. Look, I want to be married. I want more kids. I want to fuck you. Balls in your court. What's up? So yeah, I'm not playing those games.
I guess, Lillian, if you want to type in the chat what an allosexual is.
I got it. An allosexual is anyone who feels sexual attraction for other people. That's a person that's considered allosexual. Anybody who rarely or never experiences sexual attraction are considered gray or asexual.
Okay.
Y'all already know how I feel about what terms and stuff. It's too much for me personally.
We don't.
I'm not disregarding or negating or dividing from any person who uses labels. I don't want to say uses labels, but finds out what party they fit in, and they have like a new completion and understanding of what they fit in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because some people, like, think about the people who were saying they were sapiosexual or asexual, this, whatever. When they try to explain it to a person who doesn't understand it, they're like, yeah, that's weird. Like a person could say, yeah, that's weird. But if I
Mhm.
bring it to you in an educated standpoint of this is what this is the term, this is what I acknowledge with, now the person can be like, oh, I completely understand now. Like I get that. So I love the fact that there are different groups out there that people are
Yeah.
finally finding a place to have
Mhm.
a complete understanding because there's certain things that I did. I mean, before we, when you're growing up and you're learning about your stuff and stuff, I didn't know about BDSM. I didn't know nothing about no Brad or a Dom or
Yeah.
anything like that. But
Mhm.
then coming up into it and kind of learning, looking up, looking at different things, I'm like, huh, okay, this is something, whatever. So when people ask me, like, what does that mean? I'm like, here you go. Here's a little booklet for you, just so
Yeah.
you can look into it too.
Right.
You can find out what's going on. Um, but I guess in response to like Lindley, what you were saying, if we're coming from only a specific place, I guess this is why we have multiple different types of people on our show. So that
Mhm.
Mhm.
way we can talk about different lifestyles, different backgrounds, and different paths that people are leading in their adult lives that they feel fit nice with you. Like we've had Cam that is, I believe, polyamorous, right? Is in a
Mhm.
polyamorous
Right.
relationship. We've had a we
Me
had
who
Adam and we had Mo who are both gender fluid. We've had people of different walks of life come on here and talk about their story and what
No. Keep going.
No,
Keep
no,
oh,
going.
no.
sorry. Talk about that and talk about their, whatever. So we try to make sure that we don't come from, I guess
A
our
place that an
A
our
place of
one
uneducated
ignorance.
our one
a place of
dimensional
ignorance.
a
There you
place
go.
of, that's all I was basically gonna
And
say.
that's why I reached
Yeah.
out.
Like a place of ignorance in our one sort of dimensional lifestyles because my lifestyle is one dimensional. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I don't
Mhm.
explore outside of it. So we
And
try
not
to make
to
sure
make
that we give
excuses
that.
for it because we are still learning as
Oh, so
well as
yeah.
everybody else. That's why we
Yeah.
bring you so many different people from so many different platforms and so
Mhm.
many different walks of life
Yeah.
because we're all learning and we want you guys to grow with us the way that we're growing as well. So that
Exactly.
and that's why we bring so many people, on the show who have these different sexual backgrounds who can give us
Mhm.
more information.
Mhm.
And Lillian, thank you for bringing that term to us because now
Yes.
I know what it
What it
means.
is, because I didn't even know that was an existent word. Like if somebody would have said that to me, I'm like, you're making up words. Like I don't like, like because
But
I would have
all
said,
words are made up words.
and listen, I would have said allosexual, like aloe, like
Like
aloe.
aloe vera.
Aloe vera? Aloe? Like that was just
No, but they're
you know what I'm saying? Like, but I think that's why our tagline is the form of like, education, like the
Education.
form. We can't say we're giving you education because we're not certified, mastered, PhD at
Mhm.
all in the sex world. We are
yeah.
just people who have diverse knowledge on
Mhm.
different things and try to make sure that we give them back to you the best way we can. But we also do our research before we even, do the show. And we look up
Right.
things and we're reading straight from scholarly articles and everything like that.
Yes,
So.
and I apologize for because me and her did have we had a brief conversation about that, and I meant to bring that up, but I totally forgot because it's Christmas week, ladies. I'm sorry, shit
Right.
just goes crazy. Um,
It's been a stressful week already, and
yeah,
Christmas isn't even here yet. So,
and that's why I retracted my statement, and the designations do matter because there were some things that I fell under. I'm trying to find it now. I could just go to the messages that I sent you, dumbass. Go to it, and I'll do that in a second. But what I was going to say is we are currently broadcasting in our Discord from our aftercare usual group. Now, with that said, this is a perfect opportunity. You don't have to if you don't want to, but for those of you who have joined us and are watching us and are familiar, you can actually get on the show today.
you can.
We would welcome
Mm-hmm.
you onto the show. You don't have to turn on your camera. You don't have to say who you is. Hub Deucer is going to make sure your name is not visible. All
He
right.
said it. He said it, Candace.
I've said it multiple times. I've said it. It is what it is. That's the Bama's name. It is what it is. But
Just think of us as a radio station you're calling in to win the
exactly.
hotline of talking to us.
There
So
you
if
go.
you want to have further conversations about things, we welcome you here to talk to us. And if you have things that we've talked about in the past and you want to talk about them now, we welcome that too because we got about 35 more minutes left.
Or
So
if you ever had a specific question that
yeah,
you haven't gotten a chance to ask us, or you wanted to know just, lifestyle between me, Trey, or Royal, do all those
yeah,
things. And if you would like.
Right.
please
And
bring
then
please bring the smoke.
Lillian too, just to address your comment really quick, demisexual and not gray sexual. What I said was they were considered gray or asexual according to the definition from Google. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
But Lillian, if you want, you'd be welcome to join in. If you want, just let us know in the
The
Discord
door
that you want to
is
pop up.
open.
And
Oh, she's coming in. All right.
all right. Okay.
All right.
Great.
Good. We can have a conversation. But afterwards, we'll get into it. Hopefully, maybe towards the end of the night, we'll do a little bit. I didn't realize how quick this show was going. We're just chatting it up and talking. I love it.
It does.
I have a game. It's Black owned, and they sent it to me about a month ago. It
Mhm.
is called Out of Bounds. It's basically like
Black
how do you
Cards
say it?
Revoked
Like
or
no no
Cards
no
Against Humanity.
no. It's like if you okay, so you see you see the card game here. So you have New Jack City in the middle. The person has to guess New Jack City, and you can't say the words around New
You
Jack
got to
City.
say
So
like
it's
Wesley
basically
Snipes.
you can't
Chris
say
Rock,
certain
smoking a
words.
crack
So it's
pipe.
basically like what was the game that we were talking about earlier, Royal? It starts with a Y. Um, Not Yahtzee. What was the name that I kept
No, you're
that
talking about taboo.
Charades,
Taboo,
taboo.
yeah, Taboo. Thank you. So yeah, so it's like Taboo, but the Black Edition. So I played with my family a couple weeks ago when I came back from South Carolina, and we had a lot of fun. So if we have time at the end of the show, I'll try to make them guess a certain word and try to also make sure I'm not saying the word. I'll probably have one of them close their eyes so they don't know the word, and the other one look
So
at the card.
you're gonna give us the word, like you're gonna hold up our word, but then when you see the answers,
Well, I
or are
said
you
one of
just
y'all
gonna be the
close your
only one?
eyes. I said one of y'all
Okay.
close your eyes.
All right.
I got both of y'all phone numbers, so I could just easily just.
You said what?
Kaylin Lee, go
Lillian.
to
Yeah.
standby so we
Go
can
to
add you into
standby.
the group.
All right. Yo, where's Adam at? I ain't seen him in a minute.
I know.
Hey, yo,
I
Adam,
miss my
man, come
boy.
on.
I miss my
And
boy.
I
I
want to
do
take
miss
this time
him.
while we're waiting for Lillian to come in. Apparently, I may have said something in the past that pissed him off. So, on the record, I do apologize. I don't know what it was, but I'm open to talk to you about anything, and we can figure out what's going on. I don't know because apparently I talked to Hub Deucer off the show, but I'm making it known now. Hey,
No, I
homie,
just said you apologize off on the air. Like
I just did.
I know I said that. Like I'm
Yeah, because
proud
I
of
don't know
you.
I don't know what I did. I don't know what I said. Hopefully it's nothing crazy, or otherwise we would have gotten the channel taken down. But
It
yeah,
says Discord is full.
Yeah, because she was trying to join the aftercare instead of joining the standby.
the standby.
Yeah,
So yeah,
she's in standby. So she's in standby. So
yes.
she's.
But everybody, if you want to join in live on the air, you don't have to. We if you want to be anonymous, just say you want to be anonymous. Just put it in Discord, where we have like-minded people, and we can add you in. But yo, Adam, we want you back, man. Come on now.
Since we don't want to oversaturate things, I think we should probably keep it at about 5 minutes per person, which I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
depends on how good the content gets.
Let's keep it about 5 minutes so that way we
Let's
can
keep
have
it
other
about
people
5
coming
minutes.
in. Yeah.
Welcome. Greetings and salutations. What's up with you?
Come on, HD
Welcome.
quality camera.
Right?
Putting our cameras to shame,
Well, she
man.
is
You
a
gotta unmute your
local
mic.
streamer. You gotta
Oh, she
unmute yourself. Yeah, she
streams.
streams. Lily Desu on Twitch. Yeah, check her out.
Lily, you gotta unmute your mic. We can't hear you.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
There
Susan.
we
1 second.
go.
Okay. There she is.
There
What
we
are you
go.
talking about, Genocide Circus? What password? Anyways, go forth and prosper, Lillian. What were you gonna say?
I was bringing up asexuality because when y'all are talking about, or when Trey mentioned earlier that women always know within the first 5 minutes whether or not you want to fuck them. For allosexual people or for people who experience sexual attraction or can experience physical attraction from the get-go, that is probably true. But for like asexual people, for demisexual, for gray sexual, all of them fall under asexuality. We don't experience sexual attraction in the same way.
Mhm.
So how do you
Like
experience sexuality? Well, like or sexual attraction. Thank you. Yes.
Like when I read about it, it was a while back, and I don't know where the website went, so forgive me. I'll have to dig
had
it
it.
back
I
up from
had it.
somewhere. There's primary physical attraction and there's secondary physical attraction. Primary physical attraction is literally what you can experience by just seeing somebody and thinking they look cute, being
Mhm.
sexually attracted to them literally based off of appearances. I have
Mhm.
never done that before in my life.
Mhm.
Mm.
I only experience sexual attraction after I get to know somebody.
And that
Mm.
makes sense.
So is that sapio, or is that like that mind, like getting to, or is like that another
It's
thing when
It's
you're
not about how
demisexual,
intelligently?
smart
right?
they are. It's not about how smart they are.
Okay.
I can experience feelings for anybody with a pulse. It just depends on whether or not I actually have feelings for them.
Right.
Okay.
And it's
Isn't that
not
So
demisexual? Is that
demisexual,
demisexual?
yeah.
so that's just off of like conversation, getting to know them, and having that attraction in that term.
Yes, it is. Sorry,
Okay.
Okay.
I'm looking for my remote because these strobe lights are driving me
Yeah,
crazy.
because I feel like that happens to most people. Like, you know how like they always say, some the personality is a lot. It matters a lot more than the physical, because the
Mhm.
physical can be this, but who they are, characteristics, and who they are on the inside can determine their attraction on the outside. You know, no ugly people on the inside, they can be ugly on the outside. Doesn't matter how beautiful they are. You know,
Right.
um, and I think that's like, a lot of people experience that, because you can lose a lot of brownie points just off you speaking. Like, I could walk up to you and be like, "Oh wow, you look so gorgeous," and then you start talking to me. I'm like,
And then you're
"Dang,
ugly
you got
automatically.
ugly so quick! Like you became so unattractive so quick."
Mhm.
So like,
It's not the
mhm.
same thing. Like,
Yeah, no, I know it's not the same thing.
because like imagine if between being attracted to people for whatever reason you were completely asexual,
Mhm.
Hmm.
didn't experience sexual attraction, didn't really want to do anything or get frisky with anybody, and if you
Hmm.
did, you felt like you betrayed yourself
Hmm.
instead of like uh I don't know, treating it how other people usually do. Because the last time I had a one night stand, I had a like existential crisis for like months.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow.
I just
So
don't do them. I've never been that lucky, so I can't say I don't do them. I've never been that lucky, to be honest. I'm not a player or anything like that, but I gotta get to know somebody. Like I gotta know where I'm putting my dick.
What do
That's
you
really
what do
how
you
I
guys
feel.
consider a one night stand? Because some people consider a one night stand like, I just met you that
if
day and then doing it, or if I don't know you at all.
if I just met you that day, I don't know you from a rock of the ground, then I had sex with you, and that's the only time I had sex with you.
Okay,
That's what I would call a one night stand. If I come back for seconds and thirds, that's no longer a one night
one
stand.
night stand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So Lillian, like, I guess, when did you figure out, or how did you figure out that this is the term that, like, best fits or suits you, and how you find attraction to people, and like, did it, I don't know, I don't want to say open a new door into looking out at things, but like having that realization, like, this is me, like, this is literally me, like, thank goodness I have something to define to now.
It's pretty much what you said. It's like all of my life I felt like I interpreted the world around me differently from like my friends and
Yeah.
relatives in a lot of different ways, and one of those is definitely like sex and romantic relationships.
Mhm.
So when I came across this term, the first time I ever came across it was when Tumblr was in its heyday, when it was at its highest peak, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I came across that term and I was like, wait a second, that sounds a lot like what I do.
Mhm.
So I started looking into it more and learning more about it. And the more I learned about it, the more it sounded like who I am, what I am, and how I navigate the world. And that was
Mhm.
actually a huge relief versus where I was just freeballing and think I was like
Fuck.
the strangest fuck.
What
He
is
hit
wrong
his
with you today?
he
He
hit
hit
Like,
his
his
what
funny
funny
is
bone. He
bone.
hit
happening
his funny bone.
today?
He's
He hit his
okay.
funny bone.
He hit his funny bone. It's
Cause
all
like
right.
My bad.
up until I found the term or until I heard of it, I thought I was like super weird, super
Mhm.
strange. No
Mhm.
way that anybody else experiences the world the way I do, or even has a way of navigating and being able to help me out. As soon as I found that there was a term describing exactly what I go through, it was a huge relief.
Mhm.
Doesn't make things that much easier navigating
Yeah,
this
but
like
it does
plane of
give you some
existence,
type of,
but it's like, oh my god, I'm not that strange.
yeah.
Mhm.
There's a name for
Yeah.
this. There's a name for this. I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm
And
not gonna lie. I
apparently,
used to think that I was a little off, just of the amount of sexual activity that would happen in my mind throughout like a day. Like, I don't know, like, I'm being serious. Like, I didn't grow up with friends that were very open in talking about like sexuality and everything. Like, it wasn't like something normal for them. Like, when I had my sex ed class, I was like, oh, okay, cool. To other people, like, ejaculation, like, whatever. But I like I found it humorous. I was just like, this is cool, like learning about different things. I always like was the person looking in the pamphlets, learning about bodies and different things like that. And then as I gotten older, looking into things and just learning new stuff. Like to me, yeah, of course I was looking at stuff I shouldn't have, but it was opening my mind a lot more to my counterparts that didn't know about this and this position and that position and everything, and growing up with that. And it made me feel like I was like dirty kind of. I was like, damn girl, think about sex this much.
Because there was such a taboo on it. That's why.
Yeah, and it was just like you ain't even been touched like that yet, and you over here like getting imaginations just go wild in your brain, you know. So then like when I got to college and I got to express that freedom and finally finding people that talk about sex, like think about sex and like have that type of mindset like me, I was just like, oh, so I'm not an overly horny dog. Cool. Got it. There's other people who fall in line, and now and since then finding people who have that same like-mindedness of me is great, because I'm not feeling like I'm out when I'm, you know, my head stays in the gutter.
Like the abnormal one.
Exactly. My head stays in the gutter. So I'm always gonna, that's what she said, that's what he said. I'm always gonna make some type of pun, nasty joke about something. I'm always gonna do it. It's in my head. But there's to some people when I was doing it, they were like, all right, Candace. I'm like, don't get mad at me because I have a very beautiful, expressive mind. Like, you know, but it's nice to finally meet people who have that, you know, that's why I'm kind of
the same mindset, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I okay, I had to go back in. Excuse me, Ken, I'm drunk. My bad. Had to go back into our messages, and I saw what I put. I said, now my allo romantic and sexual. Now my allo romantic and sexual, demi romantic and sexual, gray romantic and sexual, apparently occasionally fray romantic and sexual has learned new things about himself. So there was a lot of shit I had to go through, and I was just like, it was a whole article. I can't find the article.
What did you even just say?
Don't know, child. He lost me at aloe.
Yes.
The Vera?
We know it because I can fluctuate. I just like sometimes I feel this way and sometimes I don't.
Fluid.
And it's
sexuality is fluid. If that's one thing that we should know now, I think being at the age that we are,
and that really opened my eyes to some things. Like I'm not on the gay spectrum or anything, and not saying that's a bad thing, but I've just, as far as how I interact with people I'm interested in, it's like, okay, something you did triggered me. Yeah. It makes a whole bunch of sense. It was like,
I think people, and I think that's the thing that we are learning and growing more into every day as time comes on and new things come into this world, is like we had Timoni on beforehand where he was talking about being a professional switch, and to some men switch means you switch sexes, like such your sexual gender that you're like, you know, getting into, or sexual gender orientation. You know what I'm saying. The words are not coming in my head, but you know exactly what I'm saying. And it's like, that doesn't mean that. That means I like to dom and sub to women. That doesn't mean that I necessarily then go to men, you know? And just like when we're talking about being like, you know, sexually fluid or gender fluid, some people, if a male was to say that or a female was to say that, they're like, oh, so like you get it in with both sides. It's just like, I'm not, that doesn't mean that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can be sexually fluid or gender fluid. You could say gender fluid, and that to me, that would mean you are bisexual or you like love who you love, regardless of the fact. But if you're saying, to me, if you're saying you're sexually fluid, that means like you're able to accept things in your sexual experience without having such a precursor judge on it. You're able to express yourself the way that you want to. And then some people, like I was watching Shan Booty's podcast, and I think she had Abe. Yes, I love her. Abe and Preach, whatever their names are.
Abba
and Preach. And she had asked them, like, have you guys had your G spots, like, you know, activated, like, you know, your prostate glands? And he was like, yeah, I ain't ashamed to say it. Like, you know, he's like, but I will say, if somebody was to walk in on me in that position, I don't know what I would say. like she was like, have you been milked? He's like, yes, and that is a position you cannot talk about afterwards. Like, it's like, you know, you can't talk about finding someone in that type of position after finding them. It's like you just ignore it. You just kind of do the whole walk in the room, sit on the living room, couch, and you're just like, Yup, that's it. There's no more sentences.
There's no more conversations.
There's no more conversation because there are certain positions that if you were to walk in on somebody,
Mhm.
I wouldn't be able to say nothing.
Oh.
I couldn't talk to you no more after that. I couldn't. It's
So-
just
I don't know if like I'm curious. I'm not gonna lie. I'm curious about the whole milking gland thing. Realistically,
man, them
But
videos
that
is
takes
crazy.
That takes a level of trust with a woman
I
that I
was
have
saying you can't
yet
just
to
do it
meet
with
yet.
anybody. You can't
Yeah,
just do
like
it
because
because
you know they could, and then of course people will want to use that against you, and that's really, in my opinion, the reason why a lot of men are not willing to deal with that, because there's a sound going on TikTok right now
about him
where a
being
girl
paid.
is
I remember that.
dude
Yes.
getting pegged, and he's like, "You said we wouldn't tell nobody," you know, and he's going
Oh
off.
yes, yeah,
And
yeah.
I haven't seen the original where the audio comes from, but I'm assuming he fucks her up, which is not a good thing.
Mm-mm.
However, you expose this man. He trusted
Yeah.
you
Right.
to put him somewhere, and I'm not saying that
And
assaulting
It
women is
wasn't
I
right.
was-
okay,
Like
but
No, and I
the
think
outcome wasn't right.
yeah, and I think that's
Yeah.
the main thing. I think, and that's with anybody, and I understand men more so, especially cis hetero men, just because the mere fact that they have this quote unquote manhood that they have to
Well,
have this they have to have defined, and
That pride,
this is
yeah.
their pride and everything. And so
mhm.
for men who have grown up, and I will say at least 95% men have grown up with that. You can't cry, you can't show emotions, you can't, like, that's the
but
grander
that's-
scheme thing that we can definitely agree on. They grow up with you can't have vulnerability, you can't have emotion. So when you get older and you have a woman talking to you about things that would make you more vulnerable, you're like, whoa, no, I'm not going that way, you're trying to make me something that I'm not. And it's just like, no, like, I'm trying just to open your brain. Just like when Gabrielle Union came out and she was just like, I'll be tossing Dwayne's salad like it ain't nobody's business, right? Everybody looked at Dwayne Wade like, oh boy,
Yeah,
you get
and
it.
then everything
It's
is
just like,
cascaded.
I'm sorry, did she
But-
say that another man or other people do it, or my
No.
wife?
You know how the
Like, you know what I'm saying? I
But hold on.
understand. Go ahead, Trey.
So what I'm gonna is that it's hard to explore things as a cisgendered hetero male
Yes.
because of the backlash.
Yes.
It is
Yeah.
difficult. I have been I've been battling with myself with a
Yeah.
lot of things that I've been trying to learn and trying to explore and trying to expand as far as my mind, because like I can't even talk to my closest friends. I can't even talk to, if I could go to Blurs and Whiskey and be like, hey man, I'll let a shorty. I can't do that
Talk
shit.
your salad.
Yeah.
No.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I can't talk about that.
Yeah.
It'll be a whole roast section.
Subducer,
of
shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I don't know what you said.
Even though many people hate Tyler Perry, there was an episode of Sisters that had to do with where I think, and I told you guys about this, where he was having sex with her and she was having the greatest time in life, and he reached down and he found like her toy box, and he got back in her and he told her to put the vibrator in his anal canal, and she was just like, what? And then she told her friends, and she was like, what?
That's what I was saying. Like, it's
That's one of those things. Yeah.
I think that the ownership of this should fall to all women. That you can no longer you can no longer use this as a tactic to shame a man. You can no longer know if a man is trusting. If I trust a woman enough to allow her to, no other way to say it, just get over your masculinity, bend me the fuck over.
You don't gotta say it like that.
You ain't even have to say it like that.
You didn't have to say it like that. Like, you did. It's okay.
Like
It's all right.
Let me work through it. Let me work through it.
Okay. Go ahead, take your time.
But if I am trusting you enough to allow you to do that to me, you cannot then, in an argument or a disagreement or a breakup, use that to attack me. Because not only are you hurting me, you're hurting the other men out there. You're making it more difficult for those men to be willing to explore anything.
Yes.
Like I said, that TikTok video, the first thing in my mind is shit. I never let a bitch do that shit to me.
I think honestly, it does fall. I will say it does fall on women to the extent where we do have to stop using, men's like what their sexual wants and needs. We have to stop. Yeah, we have to stop doing that to them, because I mean, honestly, if a man is trusting you enough to be vulnerable with you, it is, what I'm saying, it's unfair, and it's just wrong of us to take that and use that against them. And with men, you don't have to, if there are some things that you are wanting to explore, you got to make sure that you're doing it with the right woman, because a lot of these women out here, and I'm not saying all, I'm not going, down talk my
I
own
found
sex
it.
or nothing like that, but I'm not gonna say all. But it's just like we have a tendency to be vindictive. We have a tendency to, you know what I'm saying, we will
Petty
be spiteful and
asses.
petty. You know what I'm saying? So
Ugh.
those things we will use against you. Take a
I will
damn bath,
say, I
y'all.
will
We
say
don't
this.
even
I
need
will
you,
say,
okay?
I will say this,
I'm
that
looking at my computer.
sometimes in certain situations, it's understandable for a woman to have that aggression towards a male, depending on what the situation is. Like if we're talking
Mhm.
about you've been treating me like a girlfriend, and then when I want to do something boyfriend with you, you're like, you're not my girl. That's
Mhm.
aggression given. That's aggression given, you know? But if we're talking about in the forming case of you are telling me or letting me know that this is something that you want to experience, this is something that you want to enjoy, who am I to tell you that that's weird or that's off? What I can
Right.
tell you is this is something that I've never done before. This is something I've never experienced with another man before.
Yep.
So excuse my ignorance, excuse my childish like nature, but
Mhm.
I just never did this. So I'm not making fun of you. I'm not trying to downplay you. This is just all new to me.
Right.
So give me my ignorance for this second. Let me try to get it in my mind what you're wanting to do, what you're trying to get to. And it doesn't always include butt play. Like, let's also
Yeah.
make that a thing. It doesn't always include butt play. A guy might just want you to do a nice, gentle hand job with just rubbing his balls for no reason. And you're like, okay, but I'm trying to suck it though. But no, I just want you to with oil and bowls. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
it doesn't always have to be this. Or some men, I like sucking a man nipple, but that's just me. But some men don't like that. They're like, oh no,
Yeah.
that's very, to them it's very blah blah blah. But I've done it to a dude unexpectedly, and he was just like, yo, keep doing, like, he didn't realize that that was a thing.
I gotta
And
fucking trust you.
like you know what I'm saying? But
But that's the
and
Well,
thing because they
the
don't
thing is,
realize what
and that
what the
wasn't, and that's the
accomplishments
thing, and
are.
that wasn't even a relationship. That was just straight
yeah,
friends with benefits. That was
Yeah,
just
and
us
Mhm.
just having that. And at that point, we had known each other maybe like 2 weeks at that point. So the fact that
Mhm.
you were willing to allow me to do that for you, and now you're requesting that I do that for you because of how it felt, like this is something you never knew before. So now I'm with it now, and I'm
Exactly.
not gonna force nobody to do nothing that they never did before. You know, just like people who's like, kids, you gotta do anal, like, you know, it's so much fun. Been there, done that, tried that. Ain't no urethra is going past these walls. That's all. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I can. So when y'all say don't knock it till you try it, tried knocking it. Thank you. But you know,
fair enough. Fair enough.
but
Sometimes
you get
you
what I'm
gotta
saying.
try
You get what I'm
things with
saying.
the right person. That's all I'm gonna say.
Multiple people have been tried. Multiple people have
And
failed.
see, that's an issue that I have, that whole right person thing.
yeah.
But it
Not
takes
everybody
time to
likes chocolate.
find the right person.
It
Yeah.
does take
So
time to find the right person because because I was one of those people who did not like anal. I hated it. It was the worst feeling ever. And now I'm like, yeah, I'm all for it. Let's do it.
hey homie, high five. Huh. Anyway,
I think it also has to deal with your comfortability, one, and how that person makes you feel during that time. If you feel
True.
like
It's
that
true.
person is making you feel like you're literally on Brokeback Mountain, then yeah, no, I don't want it. I don't want it at
Mm-mm.
all. But if you're making, I'm sorry, Lily, but if you're making me have a a euphoric or like wonderful experience because I feel like you're taking your time with me and
Right.
you're making sure that I'm okay, then yeah, that doesn't mean that that person's the right person. That just means that person knows how to make you feel okay and safe during an
Right.
experience.
But that means
You
it's the
know?
right to me, and I'm gonna say this in my
Yeah,
opinion, that means that
yeah,
it's the right person for the job.
yeah.
Well, I'm not necessarily saying it's the right person to be in a relationship with or whatever the case may be, but you have, and to try anything, any new sexual experience to me, you have to be with a person that you trust, and then you have to be with a person that has some experience in what it is that they're doing. You can't just go in there, you know what I'm saying, and be raw dogging that shit. Like you can't just
I
say, okay,
mean,
I'm just gonna try this out. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, that's not something to me, that's not something that you can just go in with some
oh,
inexperienced person.
that, yes, that you can't just be raw dogging that. You can't
No.
do that.
so real quick, first off, first and foremost, Graham Dixon. That's one of my closest friends right there. Thank you, homie. I support you, Trey. I've been thinking about the same things. Facts. So gotta drive that notion home, ladies. You have to build that level of trust communication with your man. You will see a different side of him. This is also why I felt like I was tuned in last week because I consider myself a soft dom because I'm not one of those niggas that's ready to snap a whip on a broad. Like, no, I'm not trying to do that. But
I
there
don't
is
think
a
you should be
level of
snapping a whip.
hold on.
I don't
There's
think.
there's hold on, hold on.
Jesus.
There is a level of control there that I do enjoy. However, there's another side of me that would I've made no qualms about this. I love being the fucking little spoon. That shit turns me on. Rub my
Yeah,
back.
little
Let me be in the fetal position. I
I
like that
love being the big
vulnerability.
I
spoon.
love
I
being the
Oh,
big
love that.
it
spoon.
makes
So
it.
wait,
Oh,
All 5 4 of
wait.
me. I love
I
it.
gotta drive it home. But ladies, you have to build that level of communication. If you're not willing to have that open level of communication with your partner, you don't need to be dealing with them.
Nope.
You don't need to be talking to them. You need to be fucking them.
period.
You need to be leaving them the fuck alone so they can find that.
yeah.
Because I can only speak for myself at the moment. I need that. I need that in my future relationship. Hashtag dear future wife. I need to be the little spoon. I'm willing to explore some
Look
switch
at this
shit.
one. Look at this one.
It was Megan Trainor, dear future husband. Sorry.
Dear future wife, like realistically, this is the shit that I need
Mhm.
from you, and I need that level of communication and honesty. And I also don't need you to use this as as a attack tactic during an argument. Like,
Right.
and I'm not
Yes.
talking
It
about my
shouldn't be
girl. I'm not talking
weaponized.
about shorty. I'm fucking. I'm talking about dear future wife.
Right.
Like, these are things that I need, and I think there's a plethora, a multitude of different men out there who feel
Mhm.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men's
And
So I
vulnerability should not be weaponized. That's all
it
I'm
should
saying.
yes.
not.
It
It
Yeah.
should
And
should
not.
not
And the
women's
thing
because
and
it
is,
definitely
women's
is.
stop
women,
screaming. Yeah, that's why you LDN. Stop screaming that when you know you was like ew Danny like 3 days ago. Please
mhm.
shut up.
Facts. Ladies, I'm sorry, we have a guest here,
Yes, we
Lillian.
do.
Did you have anything else you wanted to add to this conversation before we close out? Because we are, well, I mean, we can keep going, but that's up to you.
We're past our deadline.
We're past our
Okay.
we're past
Well,
our
final thoughts, Lillian. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
I can't really think of anything I wanted to add to this episode, and I don't have a long memory to add to other episodes that I've watched.
Okay.
Okay, well, we
Okay.
appreciate you
We
for
appreciate
coming
you
on
Yeah.
the
more
show
than
with us and
anything,
having this
Lillian.
conversation.
So, ladies, this will be our last episode of 2021.
It will be.
I
God.
am going. I had to go get a new bottle of Minor Case, and it is gone. Excuse me. Perfect
I just
timing.
you would say this. You would try to toast to something when I finished my drink. Thanks.
But if y'all, you know what? I'm not even gonna
I
start
did
that.
enough drinking last night. If y'all will watch my TikToks, I did
We're
enough
not going
drinking
to talk
last
about
night.
your damn
You was
TikTok.
kind of
That
lit. You was
drunk
kind of
ass
lit.
I
TikTok.
was lit. Lillian, did you see my videos?
Hey Graham, yes, I was trying to give you a fist bump,
Oh,
homie. Yes, we here, we here.
oh my goodness. Yeah, last night was.
Hey, she was lit. She was lit.
She was
I'm
really
glad you
good.
had fun though. I'm glad you had fun.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Even though you can't take a toast with me, I just want to take this drink and I'm putting this toast up to you, beautiful ladies, as well as the beautiful hub deucer.
Beautiful Hubdoozer.
Because
You're so
we've
handsome.
got something great here. We got something that's full of love and caring and ultimately growth here that I thoroughly enjoy. So in my drunken stupor, ladies and gentlemen, here, if you can, get something to drink, take this toast with me. Thank you. Appreciate you. Love you. We're going to come back stronger and bigger and better next year. And
Yeah.
it's nothing but growth and great things coming. So
Yeah.
let's get to it. All right.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Look, I'm gonna cheers
I
you
just
in
I
my
would
empty
yeah,
glass.
cheers, yes. But quickly, guys, thank you so much for supporting our show for this entire we've been doing this for what, April to
8
now?
months now. Yeah.
8 months now, and 2021 has definitely been a year after
Mhm.
following the tragic of 2020. Okay.
Right.
But we just love you all so much for supporting us. We love that you share us. We love that you shout us out to people that might not even know anything. We love the fact that you bring people towards us. It is a great love and combination that we have between each other, and we really appreciate it. And thank you so much for going through this year with us. and I am excited. I am so excited to see what 2022 is going to bring us, and hoping 100 subscribers or
We're getting
more.
there.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're like 68, I think, right now of subscribers. So
on YouTube
No,
is
we're
81.
81.
We're
We're
81
81 on
now?
YouTube.
Mhm.
Yes.
81 on
I have
YouTube.
not. Wow. Yes. So guys, get it up there. Get it out there. Spread the word.
Please.
And let's do it. I'm so happy that you guys have did
Yes.
this. And honestly, before we break, Trey and Royal, thank you so much for bringing me on. I really do appreciate
Oh,
it.
please, thank you for accepting. I'm so
like,
You might
honestly,
be
guys,
water some
right.
days, but I love you, Joe. You know
yeah, majority of y'all don't know the story behind us, but I don't know these people from a hole in the wall. Well, now I do, but I can know them from a hole in the wall, and it's just been great. So, thank you guys so much. Appreciation.
Much love. And Lillian said her headphones died, but she said thank you for having her on to chat a bit. Thank you, Lillian.
Yes.
Thank you, Lillian.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate you.
Okay,
so, are we
bye.
doing an aftercare?
We can hop in for a little 10
Yeah, we're gonna do an aftercare. So if you guys do want to talk more about
happy dance. Thank you guys.
I'm here for it. So
I'm here for it. So
we'll see you guys next year.
See you in 2022.
Wait, tell them where they can find y'all before we just peace out.
Oh, you can find me on TikTok, Chays Inc. CHAYESINC, and you can follow me on Instagram at Candy Tastes Sweet because it's true.
You guys know that you can follow me at Royal Rain, ROY4L R4YNE on TikTok, Twitter, and what's the other thing? IG. Damn it! Ooh, I forgot. I know.
Hey, check out her TikTok because she's starting to actually make some content.
No, I am.
I'm making her ass network.
All right, making me network, y'all. She making me network. Y'all know.
Where's she at on the camera? She's over there. No, she's over here. Okay.
No, she's
check out Lillian.
Yeah, there she is. There you go.
Yeah, check out Lillian.
Check her out on Twitch. She's actually got a great channel over there. Make sure you check her out. And it's Lillian Desu, LILLIANDESU. So check her out.
Oh shit. He spelled it, y'all. He drunk. He spelled it right. Look at that. What? Look at him. Look at him. Looking like
Yay.
I've been drinking all day.
See you guys in 2022.
On 2022.
Can I say my shit?
Oh shit. Sorry.
I thought you did.
I didn't. I was shouting her out. The guest. The one that it's your boy Trey Proper.
Sorry.
I am close to maybe what is it? I'm at 89,700 on TikTok. So I need about I can't do math right now. 300 more people to follow me on there. I'm about to get into this illegal tequila.
Yes.
But yeah, so make sure you follow me over there. You said what?
So you need to get into some coffee, some water. Put the bottle down.
I had a 4-day weekend, and I got another 4-day weekend. I got another 4-day weekend.
Yes, drink it up, Trey. Drink it up.
I ain't gotta be
Don't make no more damn drunk. Ain't gonna be no more drunk TikToks from this Kinkazoid.
I don't do drunk TikToks no more. But anyway, so we're gonna get an aftercare. Follow me, Trey Proper, literally everywhere. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. The channel Kinkazoid is growing, it's blowing up, it's doing good. So yeah, but we catch you guys in the Discord. All right, I'll holler at y'all later.
Thank you guys.
See you in 2022.
Happy holidays, y'all.
Peace.